This year, I'm going to change my life. I'll go to the gym, I'll build a business, I will start reading for self-development, and I'll be all-round discipline. Then January hits and everything goes to sleep. The dreams and ambitions disappear. Let me be honest with you, I stopped setting New Year resolutions years and years ago. Not because goals don't actually work. They do work, but just that the system most of us are setting it on is broken. So today, I'm going to share with you why I think most New Year resolutions fail and how they damage your self-trust silently. With these simple systems, you can set goals and achieve them. I don't want to call them New Year resolutions. Every year, millions of people do exactly the same thing. They get inspired, motivated about an idea, and they feel very pumped up. And now they imagine a better version of themselves and they want to go all in, beast mode, as they call it, And then what happens? They set a very huge goal that overwhelms them and makes it almost unachievable. I'm going to read 12 books this year. I'm going to lose 100 kilos this year. I'm going to build that business this year and quit my job. Sounds powerful, right? But here is the problem. You are setting an adult level expectation on a beginner level discipline. Let's put it this way. Imagine you give birth to a child. When a new child is born, everybody is happy, the family is happy and grateful, and everybody is excited. You wake up tomorrow, you're expecting this child to have already started walking, started talking, and not even get a job to take care of you. It sounds ridiculous, right? But that's exactly what many people do with setting goals. We get excited about an idea and we expect instant maturity, growth, consistency, and discipline at the same time without building a foundation first. That's why motivation fails. Life gets in the way. Things start getting blurry. The initial expectations, the initial excitement disappear. But don't get it wrong. This doesn't mean you're lazy or you lack potential. But because the goal was too big for the system that is meant to support it. Here is the part that nobody talks about. When you repeatedly set goals that you don't follow through on, something dangerously happens. You stop trusting yourself. At first, it's subtle. You don't notice it. You say, I'll get back to it tomorrow. I'll start again next week. This year isn't the best year for me. So it will go again. But deep down, a belief is forming, which is, I don't finish what I started. And it's very dangerous. That belief is far damaging than the goal you missed initially. Because now, you want change, but you don't believe you will stick to it. You desire growth, but you hesitate to start because you don't trust yourself. You crave discipline, but you don't trust your ability to maintain it. So what happens? You stay stuck in one place, sounding miserable and feeling miserable. Not exactly because you don't know what to do, but you can't trust yourself to start again. And the worst part, each failed resolution makes the next one even harder to start. So here is what I recommend. Don't set New Year resolutions anymore. Set micro goals that can compound over time. So the first step I will recommend is start with big goals, but don't chase them. Let's say your big goal is, I want to read for self-development, self-help book, right? Now, here is the mistake that most people make. They will say, I'll read one book in 1 month. That sounds reasonable, right? But just remember that you have not been a very disciplined or consistent reader in the past. So what you do is shrink the goal, not the ambition. So step 2, set monthly micro goal. Instead of saying 12 books a year, that's 1 book a month, you will say, in January, I will finish 1 book over 2 months. Yes, 2 months. Not because you're slow, no, but because you're training consistency over speed. So we go to step 3, which is you break the monthly goal into weekly and daily goal. Okay, let's be practical a little bit. So let's say you're going to read 1 book in 2 months, right? So you can say, okay, in the first month, because you're just starting out, I'm going to read 2 chapters. And let's say those 2 chapters consist of 60 pages. So you divide those 60 pages by 30. That's 2 chapters a day. So just that 2 pages every single day, so that no pressure, you're not overwhelmed, you're not trying to be a hero here. You're just trying to train yourself to get to speed. You're just making daily contact with your habit. And that's the most important. Then step 4, you can now add execution. That means you read those 2 pages every day, summarize them, get something out of it, something you can practice that day. So I recommend you do this either in the evenings or in the morning. You read them so that, let's say you're reading something about public speaking or communication, for instance. You want to start talking to more people to open up new opportunities for yourself. You can read a chapter that talks about opening up conversation with strangers. You can just say, okay, I'm going out today. When I'm waiting for the train or at the bus stop, I'm going to talk to somebody and I will try this out. Man, it's going to feel awkward at first. That's normal, but don't get overwhelmed or discouraged by that. Just do it. You will see that you feel even better at the end of the whole process. It might not go as planned. Everything will not be smooth at first, but if you keep doing that consistently over time, your life is going to be changed. Okay, so let's go to step 5, which is we track daily, we review weekly, and we reflect monthly. So now you ask yourself every day, did I show up? Did I do what I said I'm going to do? Did I read the 2 chapters? Yes. Did I talk to somebody? Did I practice? Yes. Weekly, you say, what have I learned this week? What have I practiced? And how is it getting better at the end of the month? You see, you can track, you can measure, and you can analyze and see how you're going. So that over time, at the end of the 1 month, you will see that if you have read for that 30-day stretch to 2 pages, your speed must have increased, your intensity must have increased, your comprehension will also increase, and will help you in the second month. You can increase that to 4 chapters a month and move on from there. Before you know it, you have finished one book and you get to the next one. But if you say, I'm going to read it for 1 month, when you have not trained those muscles and strengthened yourself, you're going to be stuck and discouraged and you will never finish. And that is how your goals, your goal disappears and you not get to finish, and you keep disappointing yourself and your belief begins to reduce as you go, which doesn't make any sense and is not good. So now you have trained that muscle for reading, for instance, for our example. You can translate this to your workout, your fitness, or your business. If it's business, you can say, okay, I want to start a business. What line of business is that? Dedicate 1 hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes to research about the niche you want to service. If you already have a skill, you're a professional, how can you translate the skills you have on the job you're doing currently to a service or to build a business from that? So with that, you start making that research and finding the right market and finding the right people who will be in need of your service. And from there, you've started something, or even just, okay, this month I'm going to find a name for my business, make sure it's not taking, get it registered and start. That's very important than trying to overwhelm yourself with all this detail and trying to do everything in one go. So we have come to the end of this video, and I urge you, stop setting New Year resolutions, set monthly goals, break them down into weekly targets and daily goals, and move on from there. That will help you achieve more in the next 1 year than setting a single goal that will overwhelm and stop you in your track. So if this resonates with you, comment in the section and tell me the micro goal you're starting today, and I will see you on the next one. And like and follow for more content like this, because this is what this channel is about. It's about building character, not force, not motivation. We don't want to motivate you and after 1 month I have to make another video to get you motivated again. I want you to start your own track, do your own thing, and be the best version of yourself.